As you keep walking, as the tail ends, the canopy breaks and you come into a smaller clearing within the woods. You can see a smoke rising in the distance, heading back into the trees. It's pretty clear you're reaching your destination.
Okie dokie. Any idea how we're gonna do this?
Should I give a notice?
You may give a notice.
Boom.
13. Okay.
A wild die tonight.
Scanning, clearing. This is more of a tracking thing, but it's kind of irrelevant. But you notice quite a few differing paths, some human, some animal. But in the tree line, there is a clear opening and what looks to be a path. So this area was a lot more heavily patrolled. That looks like a way leading dead on to the hunting cabin that you've been tasked with checking for bandits.
But I don't see any signs of people or anything like that.
Aside from the rising smoke, which looks more uncontrolled than like a smokestack or a bonfire.
Any idea how you want to do this, wizard? Should we go up and knock on their door?
I don't like the look of that smoke.
You can't.
Perhaps we should.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You can't see the cabin from here, basically. It's just like that is a smoke in the tree line.
Yeah. I don't like the look of that smoke. Perhaps we should make haste.
I nod. And pick up the pace.
Yes. But what should we do?
Well, I would like to see the situation first, and if
Perhaps
if possible, perhaps we could send them away without having to harm them too much.
Perhaps, there's a fire. If we could perhaps start a fire. Nah, that's dumb.
Starting a fire would be inadvisable.
Yeah.
One of Holden's main economic strengths is their ability to gather wood in the area.
I nod.
Perhaps we should, maybe we should, I don't know, I'm a simple hunter. I don't usually attack forts and stuff, okay?
Well, let's see what's going on there, and then we can make a decision.
Should we knock on the door?
Well, let's go there first, and then see what's going on outside.
Perhaps we should let them think we're just traveling merchants, not merchants, or just adventurers needing to stay home.
I'll be right back.
So, basically, I'm not going to go into too important a detail while Tim's away, but yeah. The smoke looks uncontrolled, uncoordinated, basically not like it was set up. It's beyond the tree line, but not far off. It's definitely within a kilometer distance.
Okay.
By this point, so you've got a few more minutes walk. And basically you can't see the cabin from here, so approaching it won't be hard. Well, you don't know whether it'll be hard or not.
Can I never mind.
Oh, go ahead.
I have knowledge battle, but that's not helpful.
I mean, it might be helpful if you see when you see the place, I guess, but
Sure.
yeah.
We'll wait till we get there.
Yeah.
That'd probably be useful to tell, like, if there's a fight going on, which side is winning, and that sort of thing.
Like, you were local to Holden, so basically you know that the Rendelian Lodge set up quite a few, like, little outposts and cabins, because some hunters would be out in the woods for days hunting game and such, to like, back to town. They're not, like, designed to repel bandits or invasions.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, they're just designed to be kind of like some livable if you're out in the wilds for a few days.
So I think what we're going to do is get closer, and once we can see anything, we'll make a decision.
Yeah.
Me and Kodo can sneak up if you want to.
Alright, so do you guys head towards the smoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
So you head across the clearing back into the woods, and it's once again a bit overgrown. You're kind of like having to duck under branches, scoot around stuff, and then you kind of see it. It's another small clearing within the woods, and it's enclosed in a wooden fence, but the fence is aflame and battered in several areas. There is a gate, but one half of the gate is like loose off its hinges and collapsed. It's clear the place was attacked, but bandits wouldn't remain here if that were the case.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just start like walking around the place, kind of touching the gate, and I'll make that knowledge battle roll.
Okay.
Maybe see what kind of fight it was.
Yeah, I follow Zachart.
Okay.
Yeah, D4. All right, go.
Well, no, that succeeded.
Wait, I can't even see the results.
Me either.
like
The skill dice came up a D4. It came up a 1. The wild dice came up a 4.
Once I readjust the size of my thing, it
Yeah.
fixed.
So the wild dice pretty much saved you out then. So what are you trying to discern from this, like how the battle went down, or like?
Or maybe who was fighting. Maybe there's like scraps of cloth or something.
Okay. You go over it, and it does. You recognize one of the patterns. It's from a kind of bandit legion that's in the area. They're small, basically not too noteworthy, but they've been causing a ruckus for hunters. They basically prey on the hunters.
Yeah, I kneel down, pick it up, show it to Orlin, and tell him about them. Say it's those young upstarts. And I start like snapping my fingers. What was their name again?
I'm trying to think myself, actually. I had this in mind, but not the fucking name. Actually, it's generic. Go with the Wolf Pack.
That's literally what I was thinking.
The Wolf Pack, huh?
Wolfpack, huh?
Wolf
So
Pack,
it's the young rebellious ones. The small group, but they've been stirring trouble lately. Me and my boys chased them off a couple of times.
They are mostly young upstarts formed from like deserters from the army after that battle a while back. They know they can't go back to civilization, so they basically prey on the edges.
Could I do an investigation to see, like, maybe where they might have gone? Who, like...
Is that what investigation does?
Just a general, like, figuring things out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it, because I thought that was like looking for knowledge in books and such.
Just any... Oh, wait, yeah, maybe it is.
Like, I think a notice check covers, like, actually investigating the scene.
Oh, should I just do notice then? I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
Going to the library.
I'll check out on that one later on, because what you say makes sense with a name like investigation.
Well, I remember reading it, and I'm pretty sure you're right on...
Because I think I've had this discussion several times about investigation.
Make good use of libraries, newspaper, morgues, the internet, or other written sources of information. To get information people rather than books, use a streetwise skill. Yeah, so it's literally like studying, that sort of thing. So yeah, notice.
Have any of you actually gone inside the fort yet?
I think
I have.
I would set foot, like starting to.
Okay.
I would say as part of this notice check, I'm checking the entire area and inside if I can.
Alright, so as you go inside, it's like the walls were clearly hit from the outside by some kind of source of fire was used, obviously, to set the thing aflame. The interior is not in a great state. The lodge on the inside has been reduced to rubble. But what you find is even more curious. You find the bodies of hunters, bandits, and the town guard.
Well then.
Can I tell what killed them?
As you go over with a 5, yeah, it's kind of very basic, but from what you can tell, the hunters were killed by like either being hit by blunt weapons, stabbed, or shot by crossbow bolts.
Okay, definitely
Nice.
no, like, it wasn't fire or magic or anything like that. It was definitely, like, conventional.
Yeah, it was conventional. The bandits, on the other hand, they were killed by what looks to be by much the same but less blunt weapons. So it looks like the weapons the town guards would use. What the town guards were killed by, it looks like they were all like hit by crossbow bolts. Every last one of them.
Oh dear.
But it's not clear at any point which one of these guys hit the wall. Or like set
Do any of them
fire.
have crossbows?
The town guard, the watch do. A few of the like bandits have assorted like long range like bows and arrows and such. And the hunters obviously had a mix of like longbow, crossbow, and dagger.
Very confusing.
So,
So it looks like the two groups killed each other, and then something else, like hit the wall and stuff.
something else hit the wall. It's unclear basically what happened to the guardsmen. As you're doing your investigation, you start hearing a loud kind of stomping from outside. It's slowly drawing closer. It's like a thump. It's not angered, it's kind of slowly heading forwards.
I roll notice to see if I can see what it is. Yeah, there we go.
5. You head to the side of the encampment. You kind of peek your head over the wall. On the other side is a woolly mammoth walking towards one of the holes blown open in the wall.
Holy mammoth! Holy maloli!
Do we know
Yeah.
mammoths to be aggressive?
Actually-
The ones in this area typically are because they contend with human bandits a lot who try and what's the word? Poach.
Oh
So
dear.
they're distrustful.
Guys, we have a mammoth on the way. A big one.
Has it
Actually, I'll roll my
spotted us,
knowledge
or-
nature to see if I can see anything.
You noticed it, so you have a chance to hide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, I think we should hide. Like, mammoths are kind of like, this one does not look friendly.
Oh, but very, very well. I'm not particularly adept at it, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
the-
like duck and jump somewhere, hide somewhere.
I find the nearest barrel and jump into it.
I just
try and
stepped
hide
down.
behind the wall.
I dug down inside the house.
Alright.
And of course put the thing over, like, what do you call it? The cap thing over
The lid.
the lid. Yes, I put the lid,
This
of
is like
course.
an unskilled roll, then?
Yeah.
Kodo just slinks in
Oh
too.
dear.
I got a 2.
You can Benny. It's up
Yeah.
to you, really.
To re-roll?
Yeah. You spent, and it's like remembering your rule. You get one shot.
I mean, I'll see what everybody else rolls first.
Yeah,
Okay.
and not to mention this is opposed against the notice of the mammoth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling stealth too.
It's a stealth check to not be seen.
Oh, my
That's
wild.
a 5.
Oh my.
Snake, does Kodo also have to roll to hide?
Yeah. Well, as if Kodo wants to hide, I guess.
I don't know if it really matters because I got a -1.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
some
trying
of
to
us could
see
be hidden.
I'm trying to see what your basic result is. Is that like just did you roll a 1 and then cause it's 1? Is that
Yeah, that's a 1 - 2.
yeah, like the
one.
dice itself was a 1. Oh no, it wasn't then.
No, it was 1. No, wait, no, it could have been. Yeah, no, it was 1. 0, 1.
Hmm. Okay then, yeah, because
Also,
that
fucking-
that means it's a critical fumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Probably,
Let's
like,
see.
Sneeze or trip over something.
Solaire hasn't done it either.
Yeah, are you hiding, Solaire, or are you going?
Yeah, I am, but I don't have stealth.
You can still
I'm-
make an unskilled check on the sheet.
Oh dear. So what was that again? The minus the D4, wasn't it?
You,
you can just
D4
roll.
minus 2.
Under skills, there's an unskilled button. You just click that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stupid
Unskilled,
Kodo. His trip's over.
Huh?
Stealth. Yeah, I got stealth.
You must have rolled a 2 and got -2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right
So-
then. So.
I just trip up over myself.
All right. So now let's roll the notice of a woolly mammoth.
Oh yeah, I will point out, Kodo got afraid, so basically he tried jumping up after me, but he kind of failed and just landed in front of the barrel.
None of us can hide whatsoever.
Except me. I'm in a barrel.
You want to know the kind of irony is of like you not being able to hide? The town watch stats all have stealth at D6.
Mm.
Even like the weakest like version of the town guard. I'm just double checking something because I went over these stats when I was writing them down, but
I mean, that is only two points in a skill. It's not that big. I just didn't take stealth.
I know it's just kind of amusing because he was head of the watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Hey, I
Um,
picked like healing and persuasion and streetwise.
True, you were more like a straightforward, like not hiding kind of guy. I'm just finding wait the bloody hell
Those are captain stats, not
captain.
some militia junk.
All right, I'll trust in what this is. It rolls. I'm gonna roll this straightforward. It rolls a 7.
No survivors.
Okay, no one rolled higher than a 7, did they? So
Uh-oh.
you're diving into a barrel. It kind of like tips, and the mammoth notices it. As all in, where were you trying to hide?
Oh, I was just inside the house.
Oh, okay, it was all
Inside the
crumpled.
building.
Yeah. Yeah, it sees you kind of like through a busted part of the wall.
Mm.
As for Zakar, you just basically go to run and your foot snags on like a loose bit of wood that got like a thing to the ground and you trip.
Yeah.
You just
I
gonna trip and thud into the snow. So Lair, you're a bit like slow on the uptake. You notice everyone else is running and hiding, and just as you're about to, you kind of notice that the woolly mammoth is staring dead at you before you can even think about hiding.
I'm just kind of going like, ah.
So
I
Snake,
just
it's
kind of
all-
wave at it.
Snake, it saw me, right? Like it knows I'm in the barrel.
Yeah, it saw you jump into the barrel, which is kind of like rolling, not tipping over, but it's kind of like still shaking a bit.
Do we need to roll initiative, or can I do a spell?
It spotted you, so it's kind of like it can act as soon as. So we're gonna deal cards, and I do not have a woolly mammoth token, so I'm just gonna grab one. How do I add turns to people? Is what I'm wondering now.
You deal to turn order items, or it's like you go to deal for the cards, and there's a check for deal as turn order,
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
and you just have everyone as a token that you can put on the.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do right this second. That is not a mammoth, but that's the closest I could see on short notice. Is Kodo getting dealt in on this?
Yeah, he tried to hide, but he's like outside, just right by my barrel. Because he failed to jump into it.
Just if you look to the right of the map, there is a curious scene right now,
Yeah,
and for some reason Kodo won't get dropped in. There he is. Okay.
I changed his picture. Now he's a true adventuring.
So yeah, I think you select all of them, and then I think you just deal as turn order, or whatever it says. On the
Yeah.
card.
Now, does anyone have any edges that make give initiative bonuses?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And Kodo is just an ally. He's not a wild card. Oh my god. Oh, okay, he's not first. I thought.
Ah, excellent.
All right, so yeah,
Uh-oh.
All right.
That was fast.
So we're in combat now.
yep,
So the first thing I do as soon as I see that he notices us, I'm assuming he's really loud and stuff.
yeah. I don't do mammoths roar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they like trumpet like
like an
an
elephant.
elephant,
Yeah,
but even worse.
Mm.
Um,
It rears up on 2 feet and roars.
okay, the first thing I want to do, range smarts times 2, so 20 range. Is that sufficient to be in
Yeah.
range of it?
Yeah.
All right, I want to cast confusion on it.
Go for it. So this is
Will attacking break his confusion?
No, it just makes it shaken, basically.
Oh, okay.
just tell me what it's got to roll to like resist, if anything.
Okay. And so that cost me 1. And on a success, the target must make a smarts roll at -2 or be shaken.
All right, so that hit.
And and it's not a raise. On a raise, it's a -4, so it's a -2 or it's shaken.
Okay.
Basically, what it looks like for me, my trappings are light such illusions. So, the mammoth basically sees like copies of us all over the place, and like isn't sure what's real at this point if it fails.
So
Which it
many barrels.
It failed. It rolled a -1.
So then I yell that the mammoth is confused. We can flee if we choose.
I recommend it. You hear from the barrel.
It's kind of got an echoey timbre to it.
I recommend it.
The
So-
the mammoth, which was previously like reared up and then was staring dead ahead at Solaire, starts kind of stumbling back and forth. The trumpeting grows kind of erratic.
Am I able to move as well?
Yeah, as a free action, you are. Okay,
Yeah, I start
actually,
moving in.
this is a thing
the
in
opposite
Savage
direction.
Worlds. Yeah, okay, so you make some distance. This is a thing
Yeah.
in Savage Worlds. You have to announce everything you do before you do it, and every action you take accrues a cumulative -2 penalty across every action.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if running was like a free action, so I
Yeah,
didn't have to
up
do that. or not.
up to 6 inches is a free action. Actually, let's do it this way. I'll give you ownership of these, and like we'll just do it. We won't like do it in thing. We'll just do it in relative distance.
Yeah.
That way we can still do ranges without doing maps, and that's all well. And hopefully it's all well and dandy. Oh yeah, give ownership to these things. Well, I'll do that fucking in its own time. But yeah, let's go on to Zakat.
All right, so I stop. I'd like drop my crossbow from like aiming at him, and say, "Yeah, good idea. Let's get out of here." And then I want to move to help Solaire. I want to like help pick him up and get him out of here.
Yeah, you were the one who fell over. Solaire was just kind of like caught
Oh,
Yeah.
flat-footed.
well then, I get off the ground, stop aiming, and then just say, "Yeah, let's get out of here," and abscond.
You abscond? That's fine
Yeah,
by
if
me.
we're running away.
My pace is 6, by the way.
Yeah. The mammoth's pace, I will just spoil, is faster than that.
Oh,
But
So-
no, you could still run away
But
because you
it's
can make
shaken.
running. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shaken, so.
okay.
Well, here's the thing. Shaken just means it can't attack. It can still speak and move. But I already said it's shaking, so I'm not going to do that. Like, it's confused. Yeah.
And like I said, the trapping of my confusion makes it to where there's versions of us that it sees all over the place and it's not sure what's real.
Yeah. So it starts lashing out, basically, at yous that aren't there. It collides with a small, like, outhouse and smashes it to bits. Is that your turn, by the by, or are you doing anything else?
No, I mean if we're running away, I'm running away.
Okay. It's going to make a spirit check. Now, in confusion, does it have like ongoing negatives to getting out of shaken, or is it just the one thing?
No, it's just shaken.
Okay.
Just normal shaken.
So it's going to roll to get out of that. Oh no, that's not a smarts check. That's a spirit check.
Yeah.
It does not.
Nice.
It keeps staggering, but it does start walking towards Solaire. It's not heading for him, but it's walking in his general direction. I'm going to say you're far away enough that it won't make the distance with you in this turn, though.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Altar Gallon, the Beastmaster.
Yes. Well, clearly the escaping is a good thing. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna run out, jump out the barrel, grab Kodo, and run away.
Are you going to roll your running dice to
Yes.
make further distance, or...
Um,
Now remember, each of you can have a running dice, which is a d6 for like a d-light in each, and the result is extra distance.
nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
So basically, they're keeping pace with me.
So what did I roll again? It is my actually, yeah. What do I roll again to
Wait.
run away?
For running dice, or just generally.
Yeah, you're just running away. No, like I said, I'm getting out of the barrel, grab Kodo, and start running.
We'll make this an agility check then, rather than just a running dice if we're doing it in abstract style.
Okay.
Oh, did I need to roll for that then?
You didn't need to. It would have just
Well-
given you extra distance.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, since you didn't, you're at the same area I'm at. Since I didn't,
Yeah,
as well.
that's fine.
The way it works in Savage Worlds is you can move up to 6 inches and that's free. That's like
Oh,
a free
nice.
action, but anything beyond that you need to roll the dice.
Since we're
Nice.
like theater of the minding it, it's just like you go a short distance rather than a medium distance or a long
Right.
distance.
As for that agility, yeah, with a raise you spring out of the barrel, you grab the ferret, or the ferret assists you in grabbing it basically, and you scarper.
Basically, like you just see the barrel, then suddenly the lid flies off, and you just see me jumping through there, like ho, land and grab Kodo and start running towards the wizard. Yeah.
Is
running
Kodo going to do anything on his roll?
No, he's been grabbed by me.
He spits at the mammoth.
Yes,
Defiance.
he does whatever ferrets do when they try to flip someone off. He's a rude ferret.
It really is.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
the
big
he's the
dude.
evil member of the party.
I mean, it makes sense he's evil. His stats are derived from a cat.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, Kodo doesn't do much. Oh, could Kodo run, and I run with Kodo?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh my god. Somehow Kodo gives me a longer running distance. No, seriously?
Why not?
I think what he's saying is that Swede would do a running roll, and then Kodo would do a running roll, and it would add the two since they're staying together.
No.
Yeah,
you're
I don't
not.
think you can do that.
You're not magically keeping pace with the ferret if it's faster than you.
No,
Unless you're like you
fair.
pick it up, run with it, and then like throw it, so it can.
No. Kodo isn't doing anything then. He's
Okay.
just,
No intimidation checks.
he doesn't have intimidation.
Ferret has
It's too cute to have it.
I mean, sure, Kodo try to run throw a unskilled intimidation check. Does he get any bonuses for this?
No, it's a ferret.
Wow.
Okay. Let's.
Does it get any minus for being shaken?
No, not really. But I've got to roll its spirit now. Part of me hopes this fails. Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
The woolly mammoth,
mammoth's got a lot of spirit.
yeah,
Yeah.
rears up and roars back at back at Kodo.
I just imagine it like just hissing at the mammoth, and the mammoth just roars back.
The thing is that that woolly mammoth really could have done with that spirit check on his shaken,
Yeah.
rather than to resist the intimidation of a ferret.
But you can't just not. Oh god, it's so dumb.
Solaire Oswald, not of Astora.
Yes. Okay. I've only got a sword, and my options are kind of limited. So I think my best bet for now is, unless I want to take on a woolly mammoth in melee combat, which is probably not a good idea,
Yeah.
I am going to make a run for it. So, sorry, what's the roll again? It's is it agility?
Agility, yeah.
Okay.
Because when we last played Savage Worlds, we didn't have these sheets.
Zoom.
You
Cool.
are out of there.
Yeah, so he's probably further than we are now, even though he's closer to the mammoth.
Just like, screw this, I'm out of here.
We just see him run by, like, oh,
That's not sunlight.
It's not running quite as fast as sunlight, but it's pretty close.
Alright, so you guys are out of there, and I'm going to do one last thing with the woolly mammoth because it can't be that easy. God damn it! Well, so
It's
you
going
guys
to
all
set itself on
scarper.
fire.
So just kind of out of combat, the effect of confusion wears off a bit. It's going to make one more notice check to try and follow the party.
I have something I can do to fight that if I'm able to.
Okay.
I'm going to use Fog. Or Obscure, rather. It's called
Okay.
Obscure.
Alright, yeah.
Probably never heard of it, but it's called Obscure.
Fucking hipster wizards.
So, it's an area of obscurement equal to a large burst template.
You could all easily
And it's
fit in that.
basically, you can't see into it, you can't see through it, and you can't see out of it.
Alright,
And I'm not casting it on us, but I'm casting it on the woods between us and the mammoth.
go for it.
Alright, I use one PowerPoint. Nice. Not a raise, fuck. Alright, so it cost me 3 and then 1 per round. So I'm just using it 1 round to give us more distance.
Alright, yeah. So
So I'm on 6 PowerPoints.
I'll give it like a notice check -2, basically.
Well, it attacks into, out of, and through the area of effect, so for the standard penalty for blindness at -6. So basically,
So it can't
consider
succeed.
that. Yeah, that's for attacking. But basically, consider that it's a blind, it actually can't see at all through it.
Alright. Yeah. It's fair enough. I'm still going to, though, like, on the case of, like, scent and sound, basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not trying to be dickish about it, it's just like...
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. Makes sense.
It's still most likely going to fail. Yeah, it fails. You scarper out back into the woods, and the mammoth, like, roams around the encampment, and then, like, forgets about you.
I only use it for 1 round, so it doesn't cost me, 4 PowerPoints or whatever.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are clear. You found out the fate of the bandits.
And now, only problem now is there's a woolly mammoth there, but that's not our problem.
We're still not sure what caused the fire, though, right?
Yeah, no, there's nothing there that points to what caused the fire. If it looked like everyone was using crossbows and like, mundane weaponry.
Do we know if
Well,
those were all the bandits and all the guards and everything, or just some of them? Or...
The number of guards matches up with what you were told. The bandits come from a larger kind of group, the
Okay.
wolf pack. As for the hunters, that could have been any number of people, and they most likely wouldn't torch their own, home ground.
So I
what's the
pull
name?
a fancy handkerchief out of my robes and sort of dab at some sweat on my forehead. I'm like, whew, that was a close one.
Oh god, that's indeed. Woolly mammoths can be really, really horrible to deal with.
Shall we double back to town and collect our reward?
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Wasn't there one-on-one encampment, or was that just a one?
That was the one you were sent to investigate.
Oh, okay.
But there are like more hunting cabins out in the wilderness.
Hmm. Oh well, we checked the one that we were meant to.
A shame
So-
about all the men.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Very melancholy sort of start, isn't it?
So do you
So-
guys head back?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So just do one last thing, and we will wrap her up. In this case, just do an encounter. Just gotta find where the flying fuck it is.
The woolly mammoth shows up in the middle of town.
No, here comes the
From
moose.
Shikar.
Here comes the fucking moose.
Here comes the turkey bear.
Hey, turkey.
Oh no.
We just go to collect our pay and just go up to the bartender.
Just
and
in
turn-
casual conversation on our way back, I'm like, so, Alter, any interesting things about yourself that you might want to share with the group?
Oh, not much really. I've been mostly adventuring in the woods for most of my life. Killed a little bit of animals here and there.
So you don't have anything weird chasing you or anything like that we should know about?
No, not at all.
Oh, good.
Don't be silly. That would just be silly.
I'm
No,
sure
I
you
said-
wouldn't put the rest of us in danger like that. I understand.
Of course not. Animals loves me.
Oh God, it's a 4.
What does a 4
why is
mean?
there a 4?
Oh no.
It's clubs, an obstacle.
Uh-oh.
So, you guys ran out of the base, but you ran out in the wrong direction.
Oh,
Essentially,
great.
you lost your
Son of a
bearings.
gun.
The obstacle you
Okay.
come across is there is a small sort of creek, and you kind of realize, oh fuck. So
Where are we?
your options are to head back northwards towards the woolly mammoth, or to find some way to circumvent the creek. It's kind of like a very, very, very cold river that separates the landmass, and it goes on for quite a bit.
Oh, when you say creek, I think it's like something you can just step over.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I meant like a lake, basically. To my mind, a creek is a lot more kind of like cliffy than just a small thing. You kind of realize it was kind of like blocked by the tree line, like the way eastwards. But then you realize, oh, this has been going on for a bit.
Alter, you think you could find us a way back?
Yes, of course. Just let me just use my little magic of tracking magic.
I can also swim across if needs be. I've got swimming.
Fine.
Well, that would only get you across.
Yeah. You'd get away
So,
from you
say,
guys.
what does my half-elven eye sees?
Your half-elven eyes. You look for a way that animals would like go, and you notice there are footprints leading to a shallower part of the water. Your
Aha!
ankles will get freezing cold, but the rest of you won't.
Gentlemen, our ankles will sadly have to deal with the sacrifice, but we can get through here without having to swim.
Make sure you take your shoes off. You
I
don't
pull
wanna
off
lose any
my-
toes.
Very fancy loafers that I'm wearing under my robes, and I hike up my robes a bit.
Yeah, I peel off shoes, socks.
It's like being a kid at a beach or something.
Advise the others to do the same.
As we're walking, I'm like, oh dear, oh my.
I
Oh,
take
yeah.
I take off my boots and hand them Kodo hey Kodo, hold them.
I'm having trouble actually navigating. There's lots of slippery stones and stuff, and I'm just going very slowly.
Yeah, as we do it, I tell a story about how a guardsman spilled his drink on his boots, but didn't take them off and lost a toe to frostbite.
Is this guy only a source
Oh,
of
dear.
depressing stories?
That reminds me of my uncle. He did a similar thing, but poor bastard had his foot. We had to chop off his whole foot.
Zucker,
then
why
they-
don't you ever tell the funny stories, the nice ones?
I just stare at him and say, "We don't remember the funny stories."
I know a
not
guy
worth
once, he
remembering.
lost his hand and then it exploded.
I have
I
funny
have a-
stories, but I was drunk for all of them.
Funny
I have a-
joke, a friend
Exactly.
of mine's hand blew up when he was messing with some fireworks.
I have a
The
funny
end.
story. So
The end.
I have a good story. So the same uncle who had to chop off the foot, something days was mostly over, so he decided to become a fisher instead. This one time he was fishing, but it was kind of hard. He decided he was stubborn and he wanted to stand up, did not realize that he was only on one leg. Poor bastard landed in the water and drowned.
And then the fish ate his head.
I nod and say, "Yeah, it's an important life lesson. Make sure you learn from
Is
it."
Have a leg to stand on.
Have 2 legs to stand
As
on.
we're wading across, we see his body floating in the water.
Oh, hi, uncle. Softball. Hello, old Tom.
Well, it was more like, hello, uncle.
So, I guess we head back then.
Yeah, you're walking in the forest for a few hours. Daylight's burning. It's coming up on evening. You run into a few like hunters back from Holden, and they offer to take you the rest of the way back since they're hauling the carcass of a deer and they recognize you.
I told
Yeah,
them the sad story of what we found.
Yeah, and I immediately ask him, about the hunting cabin, about the area. Maybe get a little more information out of him.
That one. That's one of our further cabins. We had to build it since the deer population around here is dwindling. Something's been eating everything up, and it ain't us. But
Huh.
no, if the bloody wolf pack got it, then that new mayor needs to get off his fucking ass.
I nod. Say, yeah,
what's-
he's really not doing much.
A new
I heard there
mayor
was a
in
new
town.
mayor. I heard there was a new mayor in town,
God
but
damn it.
there was.
Damn it! I didn't even fucking think about this.
I
A
hadn't
new mayor
heard.
in town.
I heard that there was a new mayor in town, but I hadn't heard his name. What was he called?
Surprised you didn't hear it, Orlin. It's bloody fucking Frederick Rendell. Some fuck.
I see.
He just got out.
That's
He
how
just.
he ran his campaign. Bloody fucking.
I can't help but swear, so all of my NPCs are going to be very vulgar.
Unfortunately, I was away in the dwarf lands for a while.
You haven't missed much. He's just some young 19-year-old fresh out of goddamn education upstart who doesn't like the town he's been given.
Yeah, well, I have met much of the Rendells before.
Well, this kid thinks he's owed the world, so you know why all the hunting's being so fucking bad lately? It's him. He's been dragging all the good hunters into service. Thinks he's going to take it to the dwarves himself and get invited back to Rendell Port. Any
What about the
goddamn
old
day.
mayor? He was bringing some good times to Holden.
He was doing well, wasn't he? Well, we don't know where he went. Rumors are he either just got dragged up to the capital, got killed, or just got fucking shunted so that this young kid could take his post. Wasn't doing anything wrong either.
I stroke my beard wizardly.
I'll find out. We'll find out what happened one day. Either way, we got a good haul today. Got a couple deer. Saw a moose. Saw a bear earlier on. It was kind of weird looking, but we decided not to chase up on that one.
Well, you
Well,
know,
we encountered a mammoth. You might want to avoid the area that we just came from.
Yeah, it was a big-
They've been taken down from the mountains thanks to those fucking dwarves.
Racism.
No,
How do
he
people-
kind of catches on that. No, I don't hate all dwarves. I just hate those fucking mountain pack dwarves.
That how do people feel about elves and like Altair for being a half elf?
They don't mind elves generally.
Like, where
It's
do the
'cause-
elves live and stuff?
They generally integrate well. You got to remember, this is a society formed from travelers and mercenaries.
Well-
It's an eclectic
right.
bunch.
I don't think I've noticed, but said it. But Altair is not from this continent. He's just traveled here.
Basically, elves get treated worse in the Mountain Pact areas, and while this place is majority humans and some harbor ill feelings towards the other races, generally they get on better than most places. This area is fairly liberal in that regard.
Yeah, I guess we just continue on.
Yeah. So they take you back to Holden Clearing, part ways quite amicably, though a few wouldn't look at Zakart's. Soleg drew a few odd stares, though.
I was just talking to them about the sun the entire time and the Order of the Sun.
They kind of nod patiently, but these guys generally follow the kind of regular religion around here, which I haven't really thought about too much yet.
The religion.
The religion.
They're still working out the details.
It's so far, yeah.
It
This
literally says
whole
that in
world
their
is
Bible.
currently kind of loading in, because so far it's just the Wizards Guild and the religion.
Other people worshipping the wizards.
Generally, no. Magic is seen as more of a science than a holy thing, though
Yeah.
Templars are about, and you do have paladins.
There's
The
actually
paladins aren't too
the world of
important.
Assassin's Creed.
Mm.
Magic is either a science to like educated people, or it's like a fearful, mystical thing you want to avoid to uneducated people.
And there are sorcerers about, so magic occurring naturally is a thing.
Yeah.
And alchemy is a known science as well.
So,
Just for
old man,
gold.
as a wizard, how much magic Reno do you do?
How much what do I what?
How much magic do you do, usually?
I thought you
Mate,
said how much magic do I stew?
Mate, you're talking
That's
to
what I heard.
All in the Brown. He's pretty fucking well known around here. You've been under a rock.
I've been known
Well,
to
yeah,
dabble
I've
in
been-
a few
Well,
spells and things.
I was under a rock the other day for shelter.
You realize there's a town 2 miles that way.
Chuckle and pat Alter on the shoulder.
I'm not from here.
Oh, okay. So you're new meat then. You thinking of going north, conquering the fucking dragon? You and a million others.
Well, I've heard of the dragon, and I've heard he can grant a wish if you kill him.
That's fucking old
Grant
superstitions.
a wish if you kill him. What?
I mean,
Yeah, you laugh all in, but it's some pact, some release of death bullshit that dragon's got going on. It's according to
Huh.
all the stories, anyway. Don't
Superstitious
believe in any of them.
nonsense.
It really is.
There's no such thing as wishes.
Oh,
You may
that-
have them, but they'll never come true.
Wishes quite exist, just not from dragons.
No dragon can grant wishes. That's absurd.
are you sure?
It's well documented.
All the
Very.
hunters kind of go off into a conversation of their own about wishes and what they would do if they killed the dragon, but it's mostly joking at the expense of the idea.
Orlin,
For a million wishes.
Orlin lists off various magical creatures that can grant wishes, and that dragons aren't on the list. Like genies and bunch of weird things.
Well, what if this
I
dragon?
started-
What
I
if
start
this?
asking if they even those half things he's talking about even exist. Have you
Of course
seen
they
them?
exist.
Have you actually encountered them?
Well, that I can't tell you, my friend.
Genies exist, pipes up one of the hunters, one of the younger ones.
Quite.
Yeah. Did you grant your wish?
In the Western lands,
No, it's... An uncle of mine saw one. Fella from down south. Said it got him up here. Granted him
Was he-
riches.
How far south was he?
He's out in the deserts, so fair ways from here. But he had a fancy cabin, had a keep down south, so he claimed. Many servants, many maids. No way. He said he got it from a genie. I'd trust that guy any day.
But what if the dragon was a genie?
That's just silly.
there are quite a few old references in the Great Library of Rendell that talk about genies.
as dragons?
I've heard genies can sing. And they are
They-
good singers.
They give you riddles, actually.
Genies give you riddles. Do they grant your wish after you get the riddle right?
Of course.
Hmm.
Or if you fail the riddle, they eat you.
That sounds more like it. Nothing but bad things about those.
Jesus, golly, maybe I should not get my hopes up.
In,
So,
in the distance, in the far distance, only Altar hears it. It sounds like a turkey crowing.
We should hurry up.
Altar, you alright?
We have shop. We have that to give in.
Your face is awfully pale.
Go. Never mind. Like I'm feeling it's cold. We should go inside.
What are you talking about? It's perfectly warm.
We're inside.
Inside the
Where?
forest.
Inside the house. Let's go shop.
In the distance, you can see the wooden palisade of Holden Clearing coming into view. And I suppose we'll end the first session there.
Alright.
That's it's kind of a short one, but yeah.
So we're seasoned now, right?
No, legendary.
Oh, great. Let me just take mirror image and teleport
Perfect.
and all the good stuff.
In actuality, though, take 2 XP.